We all know nothing is ideal in this world. Characteristics to be ideal, quality to be ideal vary from place to place, region to region, country to country, even from person to person. And these qualities to be ideal always remain changing with the time. Today, we will try to understand, is there any inhalation anesthetic that can be said that it is an ideal inhalation anesthetic? We will try to understand what should be quality or characteristics of ideal inhalation anesthetic. Let us start our topic, that is ideal inhalation anesthetic, under chapter General Anesthetic of Pharmacology subject. Namaskar. It is Alok Singh here. Today I will try to understand with you regarding qualities or characteristics of ideal inhalation anesthetics. We know these qualities to be ideal inhalation anesthetic will depend upon its end users, and these end users are patient, anesthetist and surgeon. It means each one has their own choice to decide that what should be criteria or quality for a inhalation anesthetic to be ideal inhalation anesthetic. If we will consider about patient, then patient's choice will be that this inhalation anesthetic should be pleasant in smell, it should not produce irritation while inhalation, it should have rapid anesthetic effect, and it should also have rapid recovery from the anesthetic effect. And at last, this inhalation anesthetic should not produce nausea or vomiting in patient after the surgical operations. Then these are the qualities or characteristics to be an ideal inhalation anesthetic for patient. Now we will discuss this topic by using our slide. What should be the criteria of inhalation anesthetic? This criteria will different for the patient, different for the anesthetist and different for the surgeon. For the patient, this inhalation anesthetic is ideal if it is pleasant to inhale, it is non-irritating during inhalation, there should be no nausea and vomiting after the surgical operations, and there should be rapid induction of anesthetic effect and rapid recovery from the anesthetic effect. Now, the second criteria is about anesthetist. Anesthetist will decide or select an inhalation anesthetic as ideal. It should have some qualities or some properties. Number one, it should produce its effect in low concentration. it means it should be potent in nature and it should have high therapeutic index. What is the therapeutic index? I will write it in the description box, from where you can read what is the therapeutic index. The first criteria is the inhalation anesthetic should be potent to produce its effect in low concentration, and it should allow entry of sufficient oxygen into lungs for the respiration. Another criteria for the anesthetist is this inhalation anesthetic should be stable without any preservative and should have long shelf life. It should not react with the rubber tubing or material of the containers. Along with, anesthetist will also wish that this anesthetic should be non-irritating in nature and it should not produce any harmful effect. It should produce smooth induction of anesthetic effect and there should be smooth recovery from the anesthetic effect. It should not be explosive or inflammable while anesthetist handling these inhalation anesthetics. These are the criteria. First criteria is, now we will understand or we will study these criteria by using our slide. For anesthetist, the number one is it should have high therapeutic index, it should be potent drug, it should be effective in low concentration, it should allow high concentration of oxygen entry into lungs during inhalation, there should be low or no pharmacological effect on cardiovascular system, lungs, liver and other visceral organs or other organs of the body. It should have rapid induction along with rapid recovery. There should be flexibility to adjust depth of anesthesia, means by increasing or decreasing dose of inhalation anesthetic, it should easily adjust depth of anesthesia. Next is about the stability. This inhalation anesthetic should be stable without use of any preservative. It should have long shelf life. It should not react with the rubber tubing and the container walls. It should be non-inflammable during handling and it should be non-explosive during storage or during handling. And at last, anesthetist will also wish this inhalation anesthetic should be economical in nature. We have discussed criteria to be ideal for a patient or to be ideal for the anesthetist. Our last topic is what should be the criteria for a inhalation anesthetic to be ideal for a surgeon or for a operation persons. This surgeon will need this anesthetic should produce rapid analgesic effect, sufficient analgesic effect, sufficient muscle relaxation, and it should be non-inflammable or non-explosive during handling. While patients are under anesthetic condition, there should be no reflex action in the patient body. Patient body should not metabolize these anesthetic to produce toxic substance or to produce any toxic effect. And at last, these inhalation anesthetic should be non-toxic upon chronic exposure, because surgeons remain in contact with these inhalation anesthetics for the longer duration, or any paramedical staff inside operation theater also remain in contact of these volatile inhalation anesthetic. Means these inhalation anesthetics in low concentration inside any person's body for a long duration should not produce any toxic effect on the body. Now we will try to understand or try to study these points with the help of our slides. That is the requirement to be ideal anesthetic for a surgeon. Number one, it should have sufficient analgesic effect. It should be muscle relaxant so that operation procedure can be carried out easily. It should be non-inflammable and non-explosive during inhalation. There should be no reflex action in the patient body. The metabolites of these inhalation anesthetic should not be toxic, or body should be resistant to metabolize these inhalation anesthetic. And at last, it should be non-toxic upon chronic dose exposure to the operation theater staff. Then these are the some requirements, some criteria for an inhalation anesthetic to be ideal inhalation anesthetic. Unfortunately, there are no one inhalation anesthetic that can be placed as or that can be recommended as ideal inhalation anesthetic. In our next class, we will study individual inhalation anesthetics, what are their advantages and what are their disadvantages. I hope I will be able to clarify all these topics regarding quality and characteristics of ideal anesthetic. If you have or if you feel any doubt, any question, please feel free to put your comment in the comment box. And at last, thank you very much for watching this educational video for such a duration, or for remaining with me for entire class. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.